Good morning, everyone, and welcome to SAR's main membership meeting. I am Judy Covington, and I'm honored to be your 2020 SAR president for the rest of this month. I'd like to invite our CEO, Dave Tanner, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, and I would like to invite everybody that's able to please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you, Madam President.
For more than 30 years, the Christmas CanTree effort has commemorated the holiday season by bringing our Realtor and Greater Sacramento communities together in the spirit of service. I know that the CanTree committee worked diligently this year to maintain that tradition, given everything 2020 has thrown at us. Before I turn the meeting over to the 2020 CanTree chair, I'd like to make a few announcements. SAR invites you to register for one of our awesome webinars this December. Tomorrow, December 2nd, from 9 to 10:30, we are offering accessory dwelling unit strategies you need to know. This class will help you assist those clients who want ADUs, which is the acronym for accessory dwelling unit strategies. Next, we have two excellent transaction coordination webinars on December 16th through 17th, taught by CAR's amazing trainer, Wendy Molina. Lastly, if you know anyone preparing for their license exam, Dwayne Gomer's exam prep webinars on December 17th. Of course, you can always catch up on classes you've missed by visiting education.sacrealtor.org and clicking on the link for on-demand webinars. For more details, visit education.sacrealtor.org or read Monday's education email. Are you looking for an opportunity to stretch yourself, cultivate your leadership skills, and expand your knowledge base while giving back to your industry? Then we invite you to become a real estate mentor. Our interns are so eager to learn what it takes to be a successful realtor, and you can be just the right person to guide them. SAR's internship committee provides a structure for the program. You give your time and experience. For a mentor flyer along with the application, contact Education Director Judy Shrivastava at judy@sacrealtor.org. Now I'd like to hand it over to our SAR Retail Director, none other than Carl Carlson.
Good morning. I have some, you guys know that we sell calendars, right? Last year we sold these calendars for 65 cents. So I made a great purchase and you can buy these for 35 cents. Dave gave me a challenge of selling 100,000 of these calendars. I'm probably not going to make it, but we're going to do better than we did. So if you need calendars to market to your clients, these are 35 cents. And if you buy them online, we will ship them to you free of charge. So the other thing that we have going is that now we are now selling See's Candy. So See's Candy, we're going to raise some money for scholarship, but we carry it in the store for you. I have the 6 best SKUs that do for See's that do about 60% of their business. So I have those, but if you have something different, you can go online, and if you spend $65, they ship it to you free, and our scholarship gets credit. So the other thing that we have going is that if you guys need planners, I have plenty of planners in stock. And you guys will not believe the prices that I negotiated with the company. So you can get this planner here. Last year, it sold for about 40 bucks. It's now 20 bucks. So stop in the store and take advantage of all of these great ID items. And then also PPEs. I am not out of PPEs at all. So come in, be safe. When you come in, we do our due diligence. We take your temperature. We make sure you spritz up and sanitize, and then we will take care of you in the store. So thank you for your time, and please stop in the store. Now back to you, Judy.
Thank you, Carl. Now I'd like to introduce your affiliate update presented by our Real Estate Finance and Affiliate Forum Chair, none other than Scott Short. Is Scott with us? Well, since Scott's not here, let's move on to the next item. I'd like to recognize Nicole McCain. Nicole stepped up to be Vice Chair of CanTree this year and was the decor genius behind this year's craft feed. We appreciate your service to the CanTree Committee and the association. Nicole.
Thanks, Judy, for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. I really want to say how much I love being a part of this committee. It's just wonderful to serve, and the people that we've worked with, it's awesome. I'd also like to recognize our fearless leader. He just got on, Jeff. Jeff, on behalf of the entire committee, I really want to thank you and tell you how much we appreciate your leadership during this time. It's been a crazy year, and we could not have done it without you. So I'm going to pass it over to our leader, Jeff.
Thank you, Nicole. It's been an honor to serve as chair of CanTree this past year. There has been so much positivity, generosity, and dedication in this room, and as well as the Zoom calls. And I'm just thankful to have been part of it. This is our 37th year supporting the Salvation Army, and boy, was it a weird year. We were fortunate enough to be able to hold our annual crab feed in February before all went into quarantine. We certainly miss seeing everyone at Day of the Races, building our CanTrees, and celebrating the CanTree season with our usual raffles and button sales. We did, however, get to deepen our relationship with Salvation Army by hiring their phenomenal culinary training program to cater our crab feed and several new drive-through meal pickup events. We truly appreciate everyone who has supported us over the years, and especially this year when things were more uncertain than ever. I'd like to give a special thank you to the entire 2020 CanTree Committee, who really rolled with the punches this year. Liz Anderson, Jody Ash, Chris Bauman, Kayla Baxter, Chris Clark, Taylor Fetters, Indika Fonseca, Sue Galster, Laurie Haven, Cliff Higbee, Joseph Kelly, Lisa Massey, Bill McKnight, Dan Marassi, Anthony Nunez, Nathaniel Perez, Candace Petty, Bree Singh, Mark Terrain, Tim Weisbeck, Erin Wood. I would be remiss to if I didn't mention one of our most tireless committee members and supporters, Mr. Steve Larson. Steve was someone who you can count on and was always ready to lend a hand. It won't be the same without him. So Steve, we'd like to dedicate this year's CanTree efforts to Steve's memory and his legacy of service to our association. Through the Salvation Army's Holiday Food Basket Program, we are able to ensure that our donations go directly to those in need. The Salvation Army is expecting to help feed over 4,000 families this holiday season, including more children than ever. The food donated will be distributed to needy families and individuals through the Salvation Army's Holiday Food Basket and year-round food assistance program. The CanTree is a critical factor in successfully feeding thousands of people in the Sacramento region. Each year we set a fundraising goal that we aim to meet throughout our efforts throughout the year. We had a number of realtors and affiliate members who held fundraisers, attended our annual events, and who gave personal donations to help us raise as much money as possible. Now I'd like to present the check for $64,610.54 to Lieutenant Larry Carmichael. Lieutenant Carmichael, floor is yours.
Let me first start by just sharing my gratitude and appreciation, and also shock that I really didn't expect such a gift in such a year as this. The reality is that we haven't been able to do the normal events, but this team has been absolutely creative, and we are blessed by it. The Salvation Army in this year of pandemic here in Sacramento, we've served 150,000 hot meals, which is kind of a normal for us. But then through our food pantry in North Highlands, we've served more than 91,000 individuals, giving them enough food to produce over 1.2 million meals for them and their families throughout the community. And that's just been since the pandemic began. And so the gift of $64,000, again, it will go to further those efforts, further to bless this community. And I just can't say enough just how appreciative and how much gratitude I have for you and your efforts and your partnership. It truly is making an impact.
Lieutenant Carmichael, thank you very, very much for all you do and all the Salvation Army does, for sure.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Now I would like to take a minute to recognize some of our most tireless supporters. The 2020 SAR Christmas CanTree third prize donor goes to Century 21 Select. The 2020 SAR Christmas CanTree second prize donor goes to Lyon Real Estate, Fair Oaks. Christmas CanTree first place donor goes to Metro List. Congratulations and thank you to everyone who has stepped up to help us do the most good this year. I want to wish everyone a happy, healthy holiday season, and we will see you in 2021, we hope. I'm going to turn this program back to Judy, and thanks again for this opportunity to be of service.
Thank you, Jeff, and the rest of the CanTree committee. He's done an amazing job chairing the CanTree committee this year. Kudos to all of you. We really appreciate what you've done, and $64,000 is amazing. Now I'll hand it over to Erin Teague for an update on some key election results. Erin.
Good morning, everyone. I think the biggest election result that just to kind of do a victory lap on for everyone is Prop 19, which was sponsored by CAR, and a lot of you were extremely instrumental in collecting signatures and doing social media posts and things like that. So I think, like so many other elections that I've worked on, whether it's for a candidate or an issue, once the final result comes in and is confirmed, you have this moment of, now what? We did all this hard work, now what? And so Prop 19 kind of left that with a lot of questions of, now what for our clients, and what are all the moving pieces that we need to be aware of when we're helping our clients navigate this potentially new opportunity for them. But before I get into some of the details of it, I just want to remind you that when CAR went to put this on the ballot, there was a version that CAR was circulating, and then there was a legislative version. And in order to get it on the ballot, there was kind of a merging of the two, and the legislative version went to the ballot. And so sometimes when they say when you're making the sausage, things get a little bit garbled up, and you're left with a version that may not have been as perfect or well thought out as maybe the CAR version was, which leaves us a few questions. And since working at home with my husband during COVID, his boss is from Texas. And so at least once a day I overhear on the phone, clear as mud. And while I don't think Prop 19 leaves us in the clear as mud, there's a few caveats that I'm gonna just make everyone aware of that CAR is working on. And so there might be some cleanup language in it. And then the other piece, before I get into some of the details that I really want to highlight, and I'll probably say it again today, and I'll probably say it again and again and again, that I know you're all aware of, but even though you're all aware of it, we always need to be reminded of it, is that we're not providing legal advice to clients, and we don't want to give legal or tax advice. So just, you know, kind of making sure that they're aware of these opportunities and helping them navigate it, but really helping them find where they need to get the answers from and who those professionals are. So I am going to work off of the CAR Q&A, and as soon as I'm done talking, because I think you're all aware now that I can't do two things at once, CAR has put together a really great Q&A document that, while there's still a few questions in there for us, it's just giving a base, and I know that they continuously are going to go through and update that as they get more updates on it. So just a few of the highlights for everyone. The passage of Prop 19, a homeowner who is 55 years of age, severely disabled, or whose home has been substantially damaged by wildfire or natural disaster may transfer their taxable value of their primary residence to, so they can transfer this now to a replacement primary residence anywhere in the state of California, regardless of the value of the replacement primary residence, with some adjustments if it's greater in value, within 2 years of the sale. And they can do this up to 3 times, but without limitations for those who have had homes that were destroyed by fire. So what does Prop 19 really do? And, you know, some of the conversations that we've had just to really solidify it, Prop 19 will now supersede the old rules, which limited this exemption and to the sale of property purchase of a principal residence within the same county, which was Prop 60, or between certain counties, which was under Prop 90, but only if the replacement property was of equal or lesser value, and only one time. So those rules that you all were very familiar with under Prop 60 and Prop 90, Prop 19 now comes in and supersedes those. And so those are now these rules are, we're going to follow the Prop 19 rules. And so a lot of people have been asking, well, when does this go into effect? When can we start utilizing this? So basically purchases and sales before, so April 1st is when this goes into effect. And there have been some questions, and I've even gotten some questions before you and during the point in time during the election. We're still trying to navigate and get specific advice because there's been a little bit of question about, well, do both of the transactions have to happen after April 1st, or can one transaction, do you only need one transaction after April 1st? And so that's an area where we're getting, trying to get some clarity, but really the reality is if clients are in the process of doing that, buying or selling property, they really need to be encouraged to seek advice from a California real estate attorney or a tax advisor. So, but either way, they can still take advantage of the Prop 60 and Prop 90 until April 1st. So again, I want to bring everybody's awareness to the fact that Prop 19 is here. There are going to be some things to figure out still. If you have some questions you look on the CAR website and you're looking at this Q&A and you can't find the answers you need, I'm going to direct you to the legal hotline, which I'm sure you're all really familiar with. I can share that information as well, but it's at the bottom of the Q&A as well. But just really want to reiterate the point that if you have clients that are considering utilizing this, they really need to talk to a California real estate attorney or their tax professional on how to utilize this. And if anything's happening before April 1st, they can still work within Prop 60 and Prop 90. So again, not as terrible as, you know, clear as mud, but there's a little shake in the water. So if there's any questions, again, I'm going to put the link to that Q&A site that also has the legal hotline, which is a great first start if you have some questions. So Judy, unless there's any other questions, I'll turn it back to you.
Well, thank you, Erin. I also want to remind you that the volunteer committee is still collecting purses until the end of the month. And in those purses, you can put personal items such as deodorant, hand cream, toothpaste, and other items that are pertinent to women. I can't believe that we're at the end of this meeting. So you're either going to be glad to get your time back or wonder what happened. Well, just remember, we're not all sitting or standing in the auditorium, smelling the breakfast, listening to the music and chatting with each other. That I truly, truly miss. You're in the comfort of your homes. If you're like me, you have on a top and sweatpants on the bottom. I'll admit that publicly. I want to thank you all so much for being here today. I want to thank again the CanTree committee for all of the amazing work that they've done. I want to thank the staff. They've done an amazing job. This is now December and it's been March since we've been in the pandemic situation, but they never skipped a beat. They just kept going like the Energizing Bunny. And I also want to thank the exec committee, which is our own Kellie Swayne, who will be our president in 2021. Erin Stumpf will be our president-elect. And Denise Ross Frankham will be with us, but she will go into president's land. Anyhow, thank you all for being with us today. Have a safe and wonderful holiday season. Thank you and have a great day.